You know what I think the number one most important thing, like I've come to learn that the most important thing you can do in your business is manage people.
Yeah.
Like that is the number one skill. You can hire someone to run the numbers. You can hire someone to manage sales. You can hire someone to do but like no one is going to have the level of influence on the people in your team or even in your leadership group like you can.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Someone who has a share in the business can. Do you know what I mean? Like someone who has that real authoritarian leadership type personality. I reckon that's the number one skill, dude. Like
I've learned that over the years. It's taken time to learn that as well.
Ages.
Yeah. Yeah. And it extends past your initial team, I believe, to other stakeholders like contractors and suppliers as well. Because if you're continuously using the same subcontractors, suppliers, all these people, you end up developing relationships with them and they kind of become part of the extended team. You know, for example, I try to use the same plumber, electrician, carpenter, and so on and so forth across my projects in the construction company because you build that rapport, you build that connection, and work becomes a little bit easier when you have that connection. And then I find that, for example, we had this thing that we needed to do on one of our sites, and I won't get into it. But
get into it.
No, it's just
Come on.
I won't get into the technical stuff.
Give us the technical stuff.
Okay. Long story
Diss
short.
whoever you're gonna diss.
No, it's none of that.
Who made a mistake?
No dissing this stuff.
Name and shame.
Simon.
Simon.
You fucking duck.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. There's big deal.
It was
First comes to
Simon.
comes to mind.
It could be someone else, but still blame Simon.
We'll still blame him. So we needed to get this task done, and no one was putting their hand up to do it. Like everyone kept hand passing the buck. Like I'm talking not just from internally in the team, but with other subcontractors. Something needed to be done on a job. Yeah. But it was just too hard basket for everyone. They're too busy to this. And it took me getting involved, but it wasn't just me doing the actual task itself. It was then convincing other people that they needed to do it and take ownership and responsibility. And that skill of me being able to tell them, convince them, show them the importance to be able to do it and to get it done, I think is something you do build over time. For sure. And it comes down to, as you said, managing people and being able to get the most out of them. And that's what happened in that instance. Everyone was passing the buck. No one wanted to do it. And I said, right, you need to do this for this reason. You need to do this because of this. I need you to do this. You need to help us out. I'm pulling in a favor. Okay. I give you a lot of work. This particular contract, I go, you get 750 grand worth of work through 2 projects. I go, you're going to do this. Like you need to do it. We need to maintain the relationship between you and me, between the developer and me, between the developer and you. Like there are so many stakeholders involved here. Trying to brush this under the rug isn't going to help anyone. It's actually, conflict delayed, conflict intensified type scenario. Don't delay it. Like bite it in the butt, get it done now. And
bite it in the butt.
Nip it in the butt? I think it's nip it in the butt. Sorry. There we go. Nip it in the butt.
Back to
same thing. Nip and bite.
Is it?
Tomato.
Tomato.
So that ability to manage that team, let's call it, was critical to that task getting done. And it got done, and as a result, the project wasn't delayed because it could have effectively had a huge delay on the project. And now we're on track. Everything's moving. Everyone's less stressed because this had the potential to blow out and cost tens of thousands of dollars. And they're the type of skills that I want to teach other people so that I don't, let's just say we're in Vegas in a couple of weeks, which we are. Let's not say it. We will be in Vegas in a couple of weeks. I'm probably not going to be readily available to make that phone call. All right. So then the team's going to need to be able to step up and go, cool, I got this. And I think that skill's vitally important.
Yeah, I think it's, I think building a team is the hardest thing.
Yeah, it is. It is. I used to think I had it really good as far as, and I still do. I've got great employers. I've got a great team. But it still gets to that point, especially this year, where I'm looking at it and go, well, how do they become better? One of my employees said, I reckon we could put on another contract administrator. And I'm like, I don't think so. I reckon you could work 30% harder. And then if I got that out of everyone, I wouldn't need to put on anyone. And it wasn't as in, I wasn't having a dig. He's working very hard. But it's like, no, you can do more. I know you can do more because I've done it. I can see your ability. I know you're competent enough to be able to do more. We just got to get you the skills to be able to do that. Is it resources? Is it technology? Is it training? What do you need to get there and to get that done? Do you need to spend a day with me so I can show you some stuff and give him those skills to be able to deliver more?
What do you generally find it is with team? Because I experience the same thing. Like, I feel like this took you that long. Like, man, I genuinely feel like I could have done this quicker.
Yeah.
So what do you find it generally is when you've got a team member who takes twice as long or 3 times as long to do something, then you feel like it would take you.
The first thing I would do is it a lack of understanding? Is that what it is? It could be as simple as that. I don't know how to use this program, or I don't understand it, or the task, I find it difficult to this. Like, so how do you break that barrier down from it taking you 45 minutes when it should take you 15? What's the issue there with that? Is there something you don't know? That is it because I'm doing it so quick because I know the software really well? Okay, great. Let's get you some training. Is it a matter of, I'm so busy I forget? Okay, because I have that happen a lot. I'm like, cool. Every morning, 8:30 or 8 a.m., put a reminder, a meeting request in your calendar so it pops up at 8 a.m., do this. So you prompt it every single day, and then eventually it'll become a habit and you won't need that reminder there. I do that myself. Like, I'll be like, cool, on this date, I've got to pay, for example, my Amex. I put it the day it's due on my statement's due. I put a reminder. Otherwise, I will forget 100%. And me forgetting is going to cost the business $3,000 late fee. So I don't necessarily want to go down that path where I'm not accountable and just thinking, oh, no, I'll remember that I need to pay that on the 14th. I'll remember because the 14th will come around and be like,
what if you don't?
Yeah. There's a consequence.
What if something happens? What if you get distracted? What if you got a busy day? What if you're sick? What if?
Yeah, 1,001 things can come up. So there's that aspect, and then giving them the tools. It's like, what was that app that you use? You were telling me the other day where you communicate with all your team and you have different chats about different projects and different things.
Slack.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk to you about that later because I think we really need a Slack in our.
We need something.
We need something. Yeah. It's like, is it a Monday.com? Is it? But something where everyone can see what's going on that particular project.
Don't you use WhatsApp?
Yeah, we use WhatsApp.
So do you want project management or communication? Because they're not the same.
Both. Not. I probably want. I don't know. I need to try.
They're not the same.
Yeah. We've got a project management software which we're trialing at the moment. This is the other thing. Like, I'm spending money now to trial a project management software. If it works and everyone uses it and it's good, let's fucking go. How good is that?
Yeah, I think there's also
is Slack more communication?
Communication.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like,
but can you put like a list of tasks in there that people are doing or that have been done, or how does it normally work? Is it just different chats like WhatsApp? Is that effectively what it is?
Yeah, but it's like way more. Like, you can do so much on Slack. You can have like huddles, calls, video calls, meetings, canvases, channels directly for whatever you want, really. Like, we have a channel for every client, then we have a channel for every department, then we have channels for the stuff that, like, random stuff, food. We've got a food channel, share your lunch. You know what I mean? Like, just anything. Or learning channel.
Yeah.
We've got a can you help channel. Like, hey, you get stuck with something, you don't know how to do this edit, drop it in the channel. Maybe someone else in the team knows. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, that was one of my proudest moments when I saw the team like collaborating on something.
Yeah.
And I just kind of watched. I was like, I made this.
Yeah.
This is sick.
You got that happening. Exactly right. They found the answer. Come to me with solutions, not problems.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'm massive on that too. Like, I get asked 1,000 questions a day, and sometimes I have to prompt them and remind them, hey, like, this isn't a question for me. My old man does it a lot because he knows I know the answer, and he always has. So he'll call me up. He's like, oh, can you, what size reinforcement do I need for this, and this? I said, why are you talking to me? All right, call me. If you want to ask me how my day is, like, no worries. But don't ask me what size this is, what size that is, where do I find this information? Call Angelo, call Mike. Like, don't call me for stuff like that.
Maybe that's
because I have to stop.
With you.
It could be, but I don't care. Like, call me later. I'm busy. I have to stop what I'm doing and stop concentrating on that task, answer your phone call so you can tell me an irrelevant piece of information, and then I have to go, oh, fuck, what was I doing again? Then go back into that task to start doing it again. Then I get another phone call from the other bloke asking me a similar question. Like, guys, again, me trying to transition into this CEO role means they need to understand I'm not interested in the day-to-day operational things.
Have you ever thought about, this is something I do with my team, and we're about to transform into this. So by the time this comes out, we would have started doing what I'm about to talk about. And now I catch up with everyone first thing in the morning, cool, what do you got on, what are you doing, blah, blah, blah. But we're about to transfer it to a team huddle, meaning once a day at one point, we'll catch up with everyone in the team on one call and we'll go around, everyone will say their priority for the day. Do you know what I mean? And it'll be
so
like,
best
cool.
to do in the morning?
Yeah, maybe not first thing, because what it does is, well, I haven't rolled it out yet, so I'll let you know. But I've been told don't do it first thing, like do it a little bit after. Let people start their day, because then if there's any speed humps, hurdles, you can sort them out there and then. Do you know what I mean? It's like, cool, what do you need? What do you need? What's your priority? Cool, everyone knows where they're going, what they're doing. Cool, let's go, bang. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like everyone's got what they need, and they've asked the questions they need to, and they're loaded and ready for the day.
Yeah, I like that, but as long as it doesn't turn into an hour and a half meeting.
That's a choice.
Yeah, but I think it's a matter of...
You need to control it, dude. Someone needs to control the meeting.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
It's got to be a narrative. That's right. It's got to be a narrative. There's got to be an understanding of what needs to happen, because we used to do that.
If there's
daily.
anything long form where someone needs to talk for half an hour, you're like, cool, like this isn't
the place.
Yeah. Shush. You can bring that up, but this is not here.
Yeah.
We'll have a meeting about that separately. But right now, the whole thing we need is make sure no one's got any speed humps, make sure everyone knows what their priority for the day and everyone knows what they're doing today, and go. And it's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day.
Yeah.
And everyone...
I think if it's short and direct, I think that can be powerful. I think the risk with that is when meetings become blown out into half an hour, 45, an hour, and it doesn't need to be, that's just... I just think that's counterproductive. Everyone's just, regurgitating their issues and their problems, and who's going to help me, who's going to help me, who's going to help me.
Yeah, but so if that's happening, you have a problem. There's either a person problem or a culture problem.
Yeah.
Right? Like if someone is always, it's either that person doesn't belong here, like they're bad, and there's bad eggs.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
There's bad eggs, you know? A mentor of mine once said to me, I had a guy working for me that he was the nicest guy, man, but he wasn't good, but he was so kind. And he used to always be like, oh, hey, Robby, like, and he would try and he would fuck shit up, and I'd get so upset, dude. And then I was like, oh, dude, I got this guy, he's not like performing. What do I do? He's a really nice guy. He's like, fire him. And I was like, dude, like, I was expecting you to give me like I was expecting you to give me something where I can implement to make him better, like a form of training, something. And he's like, listen, you need to fire him.
Hug him. Then
and I'm like, yeah, fire him, then hug him.
Fire him, yeah, that's right.
And then he's like, listen, he goes, you've been working with this guy for a while, yeah? I said, yeah. He goes, if you knew what you knew about him today, before you hired him, would you hire him again? And I said, nah. And he goes, exactly, fire him. And I was like, fuck. But I did fire him, but that stuck with me. And now every time I have a team member who might have that toxic energy, or who might be a bad egg, or sometimes they're just not capable. Sometimes they're a really nice person and have really good like behaviors and traits, and they're genuinely a good human. They care a lot. But this is a business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come hang out after business. You can come hang out. You're a nice person. You're nice to have around. But right now, we're trying to make money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I always ask myself that. I'm like, cool, would I hire this person? Knowing what I know now, would I hire this person again? And if the answer is no, we move them on. If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.